How's it going, everybody? And welcome back to our Nexus dashboard series. And in this video, we're going to go ahead and set up some OSPF adjacencies between CAT 15, 17, and 21 to get all the routing. And then we're going to do some layer 2 networking down here to get 23 and 24 set up for PCs 51 through 54. I still haven't been able to resolve the CAT 16 issue, so we're just not going to have full redundancy everywhere, but that's no big deal. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get to the config so we can get this party started. So I'm just going to bring this guy over here like so. Scoot this guy over just a touch. So we're going to go ahead and CAT 15. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to go router OSPF 1, network of 10.15.17.0/24, and then area 0. Then on 17, I'm going to do the exact same thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to go interface range gig 1 through 2. Type in IP OSPF 1 area 0. This is a different variation of the same command, except for it's the interface level config. And then on switch 21, I will go to interface gig 0/0 IP OSPF 1 area 0, and shortly we should see 15, 17, and 21 starting to form adjacencies with one another. For some reason, I don't know what it was, but the connection times out on 16, so I'm not exactly sure what the deal is. Show ARP. I'm ARPing for stuff. So it's definitely getting the right MAC address. So 15 and 17 are now appeared, which is what we want to see. Do show IP route. We're not going to see anything. Do show IP route. Route. And then 21's there. Do show IP route. We're going to learn the 1517 subnet. What I'm going to do on this guy here, though, is I'm going to configure interface range gig 0/3 through, or sorry, let's do interface range gig 0 through 1 through 3 and gig 1/0. I'm going to type in switch port, trunk encapsulation.1q, switch port mode of trunk, and then I'm going to create a couple of VLANs. I'm going to say VLAN 100, name VLAN 100, VLAN 101, name VLAN 101, and then I'm going to create interface VLAN 100. IP address here will be 10.1.100.1/24. No, shut that. And then VLAN 101, same difference. Just like that. And then we're gonna do show IP interface brief. Okay, they've been brought up, and I just need to go into router OSPF 1, network of 10.1.0.0.0.255.255, area 0. Just basically saying anything 10.1. I'm going to go ahead and just advertise it into OSPF. So we have that done. Now on 23 and 24 respectively, I need to type in host name is going to be switch 23, interface range gig 1/2 through 3, switch port trunk encap.1q, switch port mode trunk, and then we're going to say VLAN 100, name VLAN 100, VLAN 101, name VLAN 101. We're going to go interface gig 0/0, switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 101, spanning tree port fast, and then gig 01, switch port mode access, spanning tree VLAN 100, and then spanning tree port fast. Do show VLAN brief, do show interface trunk. I'm going to go ahead and save that config. And then if we do show MAC address table dynamic, we should be learning some stuff in, which we are. We're learning gig 13. We should be learning some more details in here once we get 51 gig 00 and gig 01. There we go. So the MAC addresses have already been learned the way we expect them to be. So because we have at least this base configuration squared away, if I go to switch 21 and do show MAC address table dynamic, I should be learning some stuff in. So what I'm going to do is on CAT-AK15, I'm going to do some redistribution. So in this guy here, I'm going to go underneath router BGP 65011, address family IPv4 unicast. Once I've been redistribute OSPF 1, and then I'm going to match internal and external routes, and then router OSPF 1. I'm going to redistribute BGP 65011, and I'm going to say subnets. So if I do show BGP IPv4 unicast, I should see a couple of routes in my routing table now, 10.1.100 and 10.1.101. And I should be able to see do show IP OSPF database. I should see 10.1.10 and 10.1.11. If I jump over here to switch 23 and not 23, 21, and I do show IP route, I will see 10.1.10 and 10.1.11 as external routes, which is exactly what I'm looking for. Now if I bring over this guy and I do PC51 and I do a ping to 10.1.101.1, I should be able to ping my gateway, and I should also be able to ping something inside of the fabric. So let me go ahead and ping 10.1.10.32. See if that's working. I can ping, so I pinged 10.1.10.32. So I went from here all the way through the fabric and ended up telnetting or pinging that guy. So if we do a trace route to 10.1.10.32 numerically, I hit my gateway, I jump to CAT-AK17, then CAT-AK15, then I hit my 10.17.15.1. Go ahead and get this stuff out of the way. 10.17.15.1. So so that's hitting Nexus 7 is what that is. Then I hit 10.1.10.1, which means that I'm bridging in at this point, and then I'm routing from here to here, and then going down. So I have external connectivity all set up. So just to take this a step further, I'm going to go to server 32, because I'm going from an odd VLAN to an even VLAN on server 32. I'm going to create a username. Username is going to be Cisco privilege level 15 secret Cisco. Type in line BTY 0 space 4. Transport input is telnet, and I'll be login local. I'm going to go back to 51. I'm going to type in telnet to 10.1.10.32. Type in Cisco and Cisco, and I'm on server 32, which means that everything that I've done thus far is working the way that I would expect it to. So I have the communication up and running. I have a telnet connection passing through 51, gateways on 21, hitting 17, 15, going to 7, jumping over the, there's a VXLAN encapsulated tunnel between 7 and 3, and then traffic is being dropped on 32. So it's working as we would expect it to. me pull this back up here. Let's pull up this guy right here. What I want to do is on 3, I'm going to log back in here. I'm going to do a show NVE peers. I'm going to have a term with 150. You can see that I have a peering to 7, the way you would expect it to be, and everything looks pretty good. So operationally, everything that I wanted to have working is doing exactly what I wanted to. So that is pretty much it. I can do some more testing and stuff like that, but it really is going to be pretty much the exact same thing. Again, I just have a couple of PCs here just to demonstrate that it's working the way you would expect it to. So now I have tested tenant routed multicast in an environment where the source of the multicast traffic was coming from the servers down here and not from up here, which is how you normally would have it anyway. So there is some additional testing and stuff like that that I can do beyond what I've already done. If I could get Cat AK16 to do its thing and have ECMP routing set up, I'd be a little bit happier. But at the end of the day, the lab is working the way I expect it to. I can connect from a PC into the fabric and hit a server behind the fabric. So that's essentially what I'm trying to do. So it's working the way that I would want. So at the end of the day, there's a VXLAN tunnel set up between 7 and 3. They're communicating with each other. Everything's working the way I would expect it to, and all the good stuff that goes along with it. So if you guys have any questions for me, please lay those down in the comment section below. This process is pretty straightforward to do. What I'm going to be doing in the next videos, I'm going to be standing up the MPLS VPN and getting this connectivity here working. The goal is to interconnect the two sites together, and what I'm going to be doing is getting this fabric up and running as well. So that is my goal for the next couple of videos, to get that all stood up. I'll be walking you through all those details as well to get those things operational. It shouldn't be too difficult to do. I'm not going to go into a super deep dive on how MPLS VPNs work or anything like that, but it's more, what do you need to know about this to get it working and stuff like that. So that's pretty much where that is sitting. With that being said, I want to thank you guys for stopping by and hanging out with me, and I'll catch all of you guys in the next video.